What's up? It's Guru Jojo, and this video is for the full moon that's gonna be in the zodiac sign of Pisces tomorrow, Friday the 13th, into Saturday the 14th. And this full moon is gonna be, it is gonna be either really shitty or really or really fun, or really peaceful. Because Pisces is the zodiac sign of our dreams and our imagination. It's a very soulful sign. It's the sign of having illusions, and so a lot of times, too much Pisces energy could push people into an extreme of psychotic problems and mental problems and emotional issues. But on the positive extreme of Pisces, it creates a person who's very empathetic and in tune with other people's emotions and feelings, and it's used as a benefit to help improve, any sort of establishment. I mean, I feel like, if there's ever a Pisces person who is confused about what they want to do in life, I would say, just go and do something where you're gonna help people, because you know what people want even when they don't want it. That's the gift that the energy of Pisces carries. And the full moon is gonna be in that sign. So at this time, we're experiencing a connection more so with our purpose as it relates to what we wish things could be like. And perhaps for some people, they'll be able to see something that they wanted, quite some time ago is finally here. Like they're finally doing it and it's finally real. And then for other people, they'll see it kind of coming into fruition, but just not quite there yet. And then you're going to have your other group of people who are just going to be a little bit more disappointed because things just aren't the way that they've want it to be. And the benefit of this is that since it's a full moon and we'll be able to see this a little bit more clearly, we have that opportunity to replan, because at the end of the day, the sun is still in Virgo, which is opposite Pisces. Virgo is about, the reality, the way things are really functioning, the way things are really working out. Pisces is, how do we escape that reality? How do we escape those details, And so that's why, this full moon is going to be quite strong. And I feel very connected with it because this is like straight up my energy. I mean, I'm sure I've said this in many videos. I'm a Virgo rising, but I have my sun sign in Pisces. So, and that the full moon is pretty much representing my energy right now. Like this is how I pretty much live my life. Now the thing is, Pisces energy is very connected with anything that has to do with the unseen forces. So this has to do with religion, this has to do with metaphysics, this has to do with occult science, because anything that needs some extra tool in order to understand it, perceive it, like things that are deep, a deep makeup of something is usually correlated with the frequency of Pisces. For example, a lot of scientists need to use different types of microscopes and stuff in order to be able to see certain bacteria, certain cells and whatnot, because we can't see it with the naked eye, right? So that's an unseen force. So that's connected with the energy of Pisces too. In addition to this, things like God, we can't see God. At the end of the day, you can't see God. If you see God, you're dead. So Pisces is connected to that faith, that belief. So Pisces is very connected to believing that something's going to work, believing that something is going to function properly, believing in what can come into existence. So it's the way that we see things being a lot better than what it may be currently at this time. So Pisces is that energy of hope, dreams, imagination, A lot of times this is, that energy of confusion. Pisces represents confusion straight up because it's connected to the planet Neptune. Okay, we can't even see Neptune again. See, these energies all have to do with the stuff you can't see. The planet Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, we can see these planets pretty much. Like, there comes a time where the way that the orbs are crap, the way that shit is flipping, orbiting, in the sky, it's in a particular location where we'll be able to see. Like, sometimes you can see Jupiter's moons and Saturn's moons and shit like that. Okay, but you don't see Neptune. Nobody sees Neptune. Nobody sees Uranus. You got to use a telescope. You got to use a good telescope, most likely, to see it, because it's so flipping far away. That's the thing. Like, Pisces represents things that are very, very far away from us. It makes it hard to grasp. That's why it makes it dreamy. So Pisces energy is connected to literally our dreams. So our dreams are our hopes, how we wish things would be, but also even like our dreams, like when we go to sleep, when we go night, like every evening. But a lot of times Pisces people have like high hopes for things, and they can be very stuck in an illusion. And when you take them out of that, usually planet Saturn does this kind of thing. Even like Mercury can, but Mercury just usually causes people with strong Pisces energy to just communicate in a way that may not be direct. And so it causes very like poetic and artistic type of communication, or communication that may be difficult to understand. So it makes it more music-like, in other words. Now, Saturn brings in reality, okay? So it brings in reality checks, and this is where people that have too much Pisces energies, like perhaps people with a Pisces moon and a Pisces Mercury, or they have a lot of planets in the 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces. What will happen is, when they get these reality checks, this is what could cause things like depression and confusion and just like a complete abrupt disruption to their life, because you're taking them out of a state of their flipping dreams and you're putting reality in front of them, like it's like psych, so it could be very difficult. So the good thing about Pisces, though, is the dreams and imagination could be so strong that you could constantly keep processing those thoughts and start to live your life out as if it is what it is, as if that imagination is real, to the point that you can bring the structure with responsibility, okay? But at the same time, like, the energy of Pisces, it's just very, very, very fluid, and anything that's fluid could just be very confusing. So at this time, some of us could be feeling confused about certain things. It just depends on where that energy is at in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone has, that's why it's very important to me to get your astrology chart, because you can see where these moon phases, or where all your transits are happening. This Pisces energy, it likes to look at the best in anything. So these are the energies where people just see someone or something, or whatever it be, as just being way more beneficial, or way more having way more potential than the reality actually may be. That's the best way I can explain it. It's like seeing flipping $50 as $100. Like, that's a $50. That's $50. It's not $100. Like, Pisces will see it as like being a lot more money than it really is, and then the money's gone and they're confused. That's why Pisces is connected to confusion, because it's like, if you think that $50 is a lot more than really what it is, because you haven't really fully processed the concerns of inflation and stuff that's going on right now, and things are a lot more expensive, and you're kind of in la land, then you're thinking that $50 is way more. And then when that $50 ends up being gone, and like 2 things you bought, you're sitting there like, wait, I have $50. Where's the rest of my change? And you're like looking in your wallet, and you got flipping 50 cents. And you're like, what the heck? Like, am I missing something? You see how it could lead to confusion in that way because of what I explained? So that's the thing. The good thing about this, it's always great to have a Pisces friend because they will see you in a way better light than you probably are. Like, you know, these are the type of people like, yeah, this is my best friend Josh. Like, he's the best basketball player ever. That's how they feel about you. And it's hard for them to not see you in that way because Pisces, they love to see the best in everyone. If you want to know what your best potential is, get you a Pisces friend and let them tell you how they friggin' perceive you. And you're going to see it and write it down and use it for flipping motivation or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, what we're going to be going through. Now, there's a couple transits that's going to be going on as we're going through this full moon in Pisces. So the first transit's going to be Jupiter squaring Neptune. So with the Jupiter-Neptune square, this pretty much is going to expand our delusions and our beliefs, but in a way where we may be very confident about them. So we may overly express them. We may overly participate in our own like delusions and beliefs. And to a fault where it can actually be disruptive with other people's beliefs and delusions and whatever and imagination. So we could be, a lot of times right now, we could be so self-righteous towards how we feel and how we see things and our own philosophical beliefs to the point that it could just be a little off-putting for others. And Jupiter's in Sag right now. Yeah, so a lot of times too, this is like, it could be an overconfidence that could be going on. You know what I'm saying? So we could feel very confident in how we see things and our belief system. In addition to that, we're also going to be having a Mars opposite Neptune. So there's a lot of conflicting energy with Neptune right now. Neptune is ruled by Pisces. Jupiter is too, but you know, Neptune is ruled by Pisces. And that's the straight up confusion energy. Jupiter is where you're certain, like you think you know it, like, you know. So with this Mars opposition, Mars is where we are asserting ourselves at. So it's like right now, our intentions and what we're motivated towards, okay, it's gonna cause conflict again with what other people have been imagining about us. So about us in particular, whatever given circumstance. So it's like right now we're showing the truth of ourselves. We may not be as, to be completely honest, we may not be as looked at in a positive light right now because of these transits. But at the same, it's weird. It's like right now we have the opportunity to act out of odds of what our highest potential character would be, how others would want to perceive us. But for some reason, it's still like acceptable right now. Like for some reason, people may not get mad at us as much. Now, if people do get mad at us, what's going to happen? It's going to be very passive aggressive. You're not going to get a text message back. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get a phone call. Like people are just going to be ignoring each other. You know, that's going to be their way of showing aggression. Let's see what other transit. Last transit that's also going to be occurring is there's a couple. So there's also, the full moon's going to be conjunct Neptune as well. So that causes even a lot more dreamy energy going on. So we could even be a little bit we could be oversleeping or undersleeping at this time as well. Mars is going to be squaring Jupiter. So this is where the way that we are where we're being geared towards and how we're pretty much asserting ourselves, it's going to be conflicting with other people's morals and other people's beliefs. So people that feel very people around us that might feel very self-righteous and might feel justified in certain circumstances, our actions are going to be basically conflicting with that right now. These birds are getting on my nerves. I swear to you, yo. Like, I feel like I'm experiencing these transits right now with some flipping birds. But it's just a lot of like just energy where our dreams and our illusions and stuff at this time is going to be a little bit conflicting with other people's dreams and illusions. I'm also feeling a lot of a lot of people have high hopes for how they want to live their lives. I mean, obviously because energy's in Virgo right now anyway. Mars is in Virgo, Venus is in Virgo, Mercury's in Virgo, and the Sun's in Virgo. So by default, the energy's focused on daily routine and lifestyle and work. But with this full moon in Pisces, it's taking us out of that. So it's making us feel a little bit more confident and dreamy about our work. We may not want to participate in as much activities about work. We also may be seeing a little bit more, it's almost like if we've been doing too much at work or putting in too much energy, we're given the opportunity to escape it at this time. So right now we may not be so propelled towards being so assertive at work and doing as much responsibilities. Peaceful vibes is definitely going to be surrounded around us. We're going to feel quite tranquil. It's a great time to light up some sage, to light up your incense, you know what I'm saying? To listen to meditation music. This is a beautiful time to meditate. I mean, we should always meditate, but you know, Pisces is a very like tranquil energy. You know, think Erykah Badu and like, who else is a Pisces? Who's like a good Pisces that didn't like friggin', let me not say that. Because like Kurt Cobain is a Pisces, but he committed suicide. Trying to think. A lot of people have Pisces moons that are like Kendrick Lamar has a Pisces moon. You know, like you just hear those vibes. Like Pisces is often connected, like I said, to religion, church, or like spirituality and stuff. Like you can hear that in Erykah Badu's music. You can hear that in Kendrick Lamar's music. Oh, I'm a Pisces. Let me stop. Yo, no, but for real, I am a Pisces. You can listen to my music. I got 3 songs on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube on here, and like other platforms too. I'm probably gonna, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put my music in the description. And Pisces is all about illusions, right? And I do basically audio illusions in a lot of my music. So it's one of those things where depending on what you hear, you know what your energy is subconsciously influenced by. But also, what else? Pisces energy is just, it's really about peace. A lot of times these people could be overly peaceful to the point that they can get manipulated and stepped on. So just be careful, like at this time, it's, you know, be careful what you're putting your energy into. You're going to see the reality of like things you might have signed, like contracts and decisions that you made based off of your own delusions. Right now, all that stuff is going to be more exposed. These birds are getting on my flipping nerve. Bird! I think the birds want attention. So let's go say hi to the birds. Let's go say hi to the birds. Because it's like, come on, yo, these birds won't be quiet. Let's go say hi. Let's go say hi. Oh, let me unplug this. Let's go say hi to the birds. And the thing is, though, these birds act scary. So that's what don't make sense. Let's see how this is going to manifest. Hi. Why y'all tweeting so much while I'm trying to do videos? Huh? Why you tweeting so much for, huh? What's up? All right, bye. Never mind. I said maybe they're going to be quiet, but they're not. So I wish everyone the best as it relates to this full moon energy. I'm going to be meditating and, you know, working on some stuff that I have in my imaginative space and manifesting that into reality. And I hope everyone else has the spirit to do the same. So blessings, light, and love to everyone. Deuce, I'm out.